Hello class, and welcome to this video for completing exercise number 6 in your Learning Publisher course. And the things we're going to talk about today is something that's basically exclusive to Publisher. We haven't discussed anything like this with the other applications that we've used in Microsoft Office. So it's going to be kind of something different, some variety to it. It'll be kind of nice with it. And the first thing we're going to talk about is using business information sets. Publisher maintains contact information in business information sets because a lot of times when you use Publisher, most places use them for business aspects. You can see with a lot of the templates, it's a lot of things that we would use if we were a part of a business. And also you'll notice with Valley Christian Academy, the school here you go to, that they use this a lot as well with a lot of the flyers and things they hand out. And so including this can help make it easier for you creating publications and not having to enter in business information every single time. It'll store it for you and easily put it in. And so that's why we're going to be using that today. Now to create a business set information, you will go and you of course open up your file. What you need to click on File, and then you can do Edit Business Information right here at the top. So the default business information set is in use, and of course I don't really have anything there. I click Edit Business Info, and then I can put in the information that I need. I can even add a logo, and then I can also save it with the business information set name. And that's the way you do it. And then of course once we get into the exercise, we'll talk about how you can sift through or switch the different business info, because you can save more than one information set and use it. And then of course the other part with the exercise that we're going to do today is the autocorrect. And I'm not going to go too much over this because you've done it already with your other applications, but autocorrect basically is how it handles when you type in errors. You can have it so that it corrects something automatically for you, or that you have to go in and do it yourself. And the way we get to the autocorrect information is with the same thing that we did earlier with proofing. So proofing right here, and then change how Publisher corrects and formats text as you type, and autocorrect options. And so we're going to play around with some of these different things today here in the exercise, and this is how you get to those. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Now with this one, the nice thing is that with these ones, you didn't have to download any files for exercise number 6. You don't have to open anything up there. It just says start Publisher if necessary, and then of course create business information set shown in illustration A. And I'm going to show it to you up here on the screen. So I go here first to, I'll show it one more time, I went a little fast. Click on File, and then you're going to click on Edit Business Information Set to get this to come up. And then we're going to start the new publication based on this info, but we're going to first put in our set information. Now the name for the business information set, we're going to type in Sue Murphy, and you'll notice there's no spacing to it. And then I'm going to show you the other information you're going to put in, and go ahead and put in this information. So Sue Murphy for individual name, and I push tab and it goes to the next box for me. Job position or title is president, organization name is Cutler College, and then address is Geology Club 202 Stevenson Hall, and then 34881 Langley Street. Don't be afraid to pause if you need to. Cutler, Illinois 62550. And that's the address right there. Then for the other info, for phone, I need to type in the following. It is 217-764-5555. Apparently he thinks I'm interested in Elton John tickets. All right. 217-764-5555. And then for the fax number, we need to type in the following: 217-764-5550. And then for our email, it's not someone@example.com. It is Sue Murphy at cutlercollege.edu. And for the tagline or motto, it says "We rock," period. So this is the info that you need to put in for the business set. I would pause it at this point if you need to, type in the rest of this information, and then play the video so that way we can continue. So I'm going to save it, and then right here it has all my info, which is great. Then I'm going to choose update publication because I do want it to apply to this publication here. But so there we go right here. Now what I need to do is I actually need to change my template because I just did a blank one here, and I actually do need a template, and so we're going to go ahead and change that. There's a couple ways you can do it. I can go on page design and choose change template right here. Otherwise you could create a new file. I'm just going to click change template, and then the one you need to look for is it says start a new publication based on the color band template. So color band is right here for event, and then choose the following settings. For the color scheme, I'm going to go and choose concourse. It's right here. For font scheme, I'm going to choose basis, which is right here. Business information, I need Sue Murphy, so you already updated it. It says we need to include the mailing address. We do not include a graphic, and then also do not include tear off, so it's already set to none. So this is how it should look before you click the OK button. Alright, let's click OK, and then it says here apply a new template to this publication. The layout will change, blah blah blah. Do you want to change the existing publication or create a new one? I'm going to do apply template to current publication. Click OK, and there we go, just like that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on next step here. It says file, and we're going to do edit business information. We're going to create another set. I'll show you what info you're going to type in. So you click edit business information, you're going to click on new, and then we're going to change it again. So down here, let's change this to Tom Clark. You don't need to include a space, and then put in the following information. So I'm just going to go ahead and type it. You can look at your screen so that way you can see what to type in. I'm not going to say it all. Some of the info is the same, which is nice. Okay, so you can see it's kind of the same organization. He's the vice president. Cutler College stays the same. Address stays the same. The only thing that changes in this section is the email. And then, of course, change it down here. And then we need to save this info. So save. And then we need to update with his information instead. So we do have the Sue Murphy information, which is what we started with, but now we're changing it to Tom Clark. So click update publication, and now it's set to the correct person. Alright, let's go back to our normal page here. It says we need to delete the blank text box above the address on the right side of the page. So there's a blank text box above the address on the right side of the page. Well, with this one, when we set it up, there is no blank text box above the address on the right side of the page. So we are good to go. Unless it's so we are good to go here. Excuse me, sorry. With it. All right. It says create a new text box in the bottom right corner of the flyer that is 1.5 wide and 0.5 inches high, and in it type last update and then insert an automatically updated date code. So over here it's putting in to put a picture. We're not going to actually do that. So let's go ahead and actually delete this one. I believe that's the one where it was talking about here. And then we're going to go, it's changed a bit from the book, and then it says to insert the text box. Now when we draw it, bottom right corner of the flyer, 1.5 inches wide. So 1.5 inches wide, or 1.5 inch wide. So you can see I'm using the ruler up at the top, so I've gone 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and that says 1/2 inch high. So I'm going to go up 1/2 inch. So you can see I was down here at the beginning with excuse me. So I go up 1/2 inch right here, and then 1.5 inches wide, so I need to scoot over this way. A little tricky to line it up both exact. And then I get as close as you can and then put it in. Alright, and then it says type in last update. colon, and then insert an automatically updated date code. Now the date code, the nice thing is with Publisher, a lot of times you're going to use same files and update them as you go. And if you put this code in, what it's going to do is every time you save it, it's going to change it and show the most recent one. So I'm going to go to Insert, and then it says here date and time. So this is the date and time code that it's talking about. So go ahead and insert the date code. And now we're just going to choose the date. So right here, we can go with this format. That's fine. And of course, we do want it to update automatically. So check this box. 420 right there. That one's fine. And then click OK. Alright, and then it says select the placeholder text, product/service information up here at the top of your flyer. Type in Geology Club and replace the selected text. Oh, replacing the selected text, excuse me. So I selected it, Geology Club. Just like that. And then that is how it should look right here, just like this. So Geology Club, last update. Although before we're done here, let's go ahead and click on the format thing here for this one. I'm going to click on this box and then choose best fit. So that way my date shows. So that's the last thing there to change it. So your page should look like this. Geology Club, last update right here with the date code here updating automatically. Now I will see whether or not you just typed it in or if you use the date code. Because when I click on it, if it's text, the insertion point will go there. If it's code, it's going to show like that. So make sure we're doing it properly. Then let's save the file. So actually I can click the save button, put it in my folder, and we're going to name it 06GO underscore your initials. Make sure they're uppercase, not lowercase. 06GO underscore your initials. And then click save. And that's the first part of our exercise. We're almost done. We got our second part here left to do. So click save. And then our next one, it says start publisher if necessary. Begin a new publication based off of any of the quick publication templates. So file, new. So quick publication is the one you need. Now you can see here it doesn't come up. What you need to do, built in, write down here quick publications, and you can pick any of them. So I'm just going to go with the arrows one right here. It says choose any color scheme, so you can pick any one. I'm just going to go with the default because I'm so excited like that. And then for the layout, it says to choose business information with picture. So down at the bottom here in my layout options, business information with picture. You can do any of the templates that are included here. I'm doing arrows for the video. Alright, I'm going to click create. And then it says to open up the business information dialog box. The way I do this, click file, edit business information, and it says I need to create a new business information and have it set named with your last name and enter your own info, or make up the info if you don't want to store it. So I'm going to put down my last name, and then I'm going to put my fake info. So I'm going to put down job position or title, and you can put in what you want, but you do need to have something in there. So go ahead and put yours in while this is going on, and I'm going to put in mine. You could copy this to some degree, but of course your last name needs to be right. I'll leave that. Okay, so I put in my business information. I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to choose to update the publication. And then I press the back arrow. So you should have that. Now it says edit the business information again. So, oh man, I gotta go back. Edit business information again. Click edit. And it says here to add a tagline of hang together or hang separately, including the typo. So actually, my tagline right up here, my motto, I have none of your business. I'm going to switch it to hang together or hang separately. And you'll notice I type it wrong. Include that typo. We're doing it on purpose. And then it says add the tagline to the publication. So I'm going to click update. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to zoom in here. And then I need to add the tagline to the publication. So I'm going to see if, for the layout, if we're able to include. Otherwise, we may need to type it in. Okay, so we'll need to type it in, which is fine. I'm going to click cancel. So actually, I have my text boxes right here. I'll just go ahead and push enter and type in my tagline. So hang together or hang separately. Actually, let's check here. Oh yeah, here we go. So actually, let's get rid of the line here. Don't type it in. Add it in through insert, business information, tagline or info right here. Almost got ahead of myself there typing it in. So insert, business information, tagline or info, and then it goes in there with it misspelled just how we need to. I'll zoom in so you can actually see. So I put it in this text box here. You just need to have it appear somewhere on your page, and it puts it in for you. Okay, add an autocorrect entry that changes separately the way it's spelled to separately the way it should be spelled. So I'm going to click File, Options, Proofing, Autocorrect Options. Now you can see here we have for autocorrect, I can put different entries. So all these ones right here are set to go. If I type it in like this, it'll automatically switch it. So we're going to type it in here. So replace separately with a misspelled to separately, like how it should be spelled. And then you're going to click add. So make sure this looks like this looks like this one, add. I choose OK. OK. And then I'm going to put my insertion point here, already there, and push space. And it should, oh, maybe I need to, oh. Is this going to let me do it correctly? Let's click out of it. Click back here. Let's try inserting it one more time. Okay, well, because it's a tagline, it may not work, but separately, there we go. If you put in the tagline like how I did it, it won't change it for you. But if you do type it, it's now set correctly to go. So I just need to see your tagline here on your thing, and with this spelled correctly. So I'm gonna right click on it and choose it since it's not doing what it's supposed to at this point right now. And that's basically what you need to do for this part of the exercise. So you have two files to submit because you didn't have to do the Microsoft Print to PDF. This one, I don't care which template you use, but I do need to see the business info. I do need to see your tagline or motto with it looking like this and typed in correctly. And then, of course, before we're done, though, we do need to save this one. So this one's a little out of order because of just how it's set up. So save this as 06 info underscore your initials, just like that. So 06 info underscore your initials, all caps. So this file you need to submit, and then 06 geo underscore your initials you need to submit as well. So this one is a little bit different, maybe hard to understand. I try to go a little bit slower, hence some of the pausing here so you can understand it better. And remember, for inserting the tagline, it's through business information up here. Don't actually type it in, even though it wasn't working properly. And that is how you complete exercise number 6.